Hi Aries, welcome to my channel. My name is Kem. So today, Aries, for your meditative session, you guys got desire. Number 20. I'm really getting with this. I'm noticing the dragon for the Ace of Wands, and again, it goes with desire, right? Like the wand energy, the passion. So I could be talking about masculine energy because I'm getting a lot of wand energy, but what I'm hearing is like back to the basics. Right? Like that's what I'm getting, like back to the basics. I don't know. I feel like for all of you that's going to be something different, but the Ace of Wands is a one, right? It's like the beginning, right? It's the passion in your beginning. And I definitely feel like with back to the basics, it kind of has to do with your desire, right? It's kind of like I feel like it's back when I say back to the basics, I'm thinking of like the basics, like when you start dating someone when you're like a teenager, and like it's sweet, right? It's not something, even though I'm getting a lot of passion, like wand energy, I think that there's more than wand here. I think there's like, with back to the basics, it's reminding me of like hand, like when you hold someone's hand and you like, you know, you start kissing, and you like kissing is like the beginning, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's not about sex, it's like it's about like the love, right? And even though there is desire here, I feel like it could be for you, Aries, or it could be someone, the person you're attached to, but it's like there's a need to go back to the basics. Like that's kind of the thing. It's like when you start dating when you're young, you like what's enough for you? It's like the minimum, right? And I feel like once we get older, the threshold gets like pushed back further and further, and things become more normal. But like with back to the basics, it's like when you used to kiss someone, it was like the most like intoxicating thing. Do you know what I'm saying? When you used to hold someone's hand, it was like an intoxicating thing. When you would like, do you know what I'm saying? Give someone a hug, you would like feel it like immensely. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of want energy in here, but there's also like the sweet and innocent kind of desire, and that's what I'm getting. So yeah, Aries, I really love this meditative session. Let's look at some cards. So Aries, I have two true pairs out here. I have the King and the Queen of Wands right here. I have the King of Air right here with the Queen of Air. And I basically have like a true pair here, but I definitely have a lot of energy. And beautiful energy, but a lot of like shifting energy. That's what I'm feeling. A lot of shifts, because we have the perception card out first. So I feel like the shift is in someone's way of seeing things. And I have a feeling that it has to do, I think it's for both people, to be honest. I think there's a shift in perception on both people. Even though I have the Queen of Fire underneath the perception card, I think that there's also a shift in perception in this King, because the King is coming out as the King of Air, right? Like first on the map, like these two came out, and I think there's a shift in perception. Maybe you're the I mean, we have the king and the queen of wands here, so I don't know if I'm speaking to the masculine or the feminine energy, but I definitely feel like there's a shift in perception for both of these people, and I think it's on how these people see the relationship. I remember when I was saying, like, in the meditative session, how these two people are seeing, like, this desire, but, like, manifested in another way, where it's, like, it goes back to, like, basics, right? It goes back to, like, I want to say it's going back to the way, I don't know if it's like the way it used to be or like going back to the way it started. Do you know what I'm saying? But I guess when I'm getting with this desire card and the union, it's like I think that both people are starting to see each other as someone that they would like. I think that there's like a shift in two things. Or maybe it's like the same thing for both people, and the shift is that like both of these people are starting to see each other. Both people are starting to see each other differently, right? I feel like for the feminine energy, I think this person, she's starting, like this energy is starting to see that, like this could be like a 10 of cups for them. Like this could be like wish fulfillment for them. I think that's just what they're considering. And I feel like for the masculine energy, what this person is seeing is like the need to kind of want to make some sort of offer to the feminine, like seeing the feminine differently, the feminine seeing the masculine differently. Like with the king of fire and the 6 of cups coming out, it's like I feel like where once they were hesitant about starting something, they're now kind of wanting to make that offer with the 6 of cups. So I feel like definite like turnings, right? Like, you know how we're going back to the basics? It's like we're going back to, there's something here like returning to, right? And I think it's mostly on the perception of like, maybe this was a relationship that didn't work out at one point, and now two people are realizing like maybe this could work out. Do you know what I'm saying? Like maybe this is for us, like maybe this relationship could work. And it could be a past relationship, because I feel like with the 3 of swords here on the queen of fire, it's kind of like this could have been someone who hurt the feminine in the past, but I feel like again they're shifting their perception as to like, I think they're shifting their perception on even the pain. It's like, even though this person hurt me, it could have been in the past, or even though I've been hurt in the past, I still, like from this person or from another person, I still like desire my 10 of cups, and I still like want to be, I think this feminine wants to be open to this masculine energy. Like she wants to be in this queen of cup energy, which is someone who's like very emotionally loyal, like someone who's like very like intuitive, someone who's very caring, loving, like loyal, right? Like that's the type of partner that this person wants to be. But I think that this partner, like this person really wants to be this person with this like masculine energy, and I feel like the masculine energy really wants to open themselves up to the feminine energy. So we're like two people who are trying to kind of turn into cup energy, right? Like maybe this is like a very like sexual relationship, maybe like the wand is already there, but like we have a shift. I feel like when we go back to the basics, I feel like we're going back to like love, we're going back to like the actual cup energy, right? So I think there's been a lot of confusion with these two people, because it's like there might be a lot of like passion and desire, but like it's like, where is like the love? All right, like where is the cup? The cup is the love, right? So it's like, even this desire card, you see how this person is blue? Like it's like they're going back to the cup, and I think the cup is like the most necessary thing for these two people. And I think that's where this huge shift is coming from, right? With this like 6 of swords, this is talking about like this portal, right? Like this energy that's coming, and I think it's coming for both these people, right? I think it's coming because we have the victory card with the queen of swords in reverse and the 3 of cups. So I feel like the victory here is in these two people and the way that they see one another, right? And I feel like it's kind of breaking up this unclarity. Maybe it has a lot to do with the feminine technically, like because the queen of swords is coming out. Maybe this is more for the feminine, but I think it's honestly for both people. Because I even see here that the king is trying to change into cup energy as well. The king is trying to like, do you know what I'm saying? It's like when two people are like, it's kind of reminding me of like friends with benefits. It's like two people are like really good friends, and they kind of keep everything under wraps about how they feel. Or maybe like they don't see this person as like a potential partner, but they're like, with the perception and card, it's like there's a shift going on where these two people I think are starting to realize that they do want this union, right? They do desire a union with one another. This isn't just like a sexual relationship. This is like more than that. Or maybe it's more of like, we pretend like there's not really like a lot of love here, but at the end of the day, both of us have a lot of faith in that, like, we can return to this energy, right? It's like two people who could be like old friends, and it's like, how do you go back to like, how do you go from being like someone who you've known for like such a long time? It's like, how do you go back to the basics? You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you return back to that energy? I think it's hard because it's like these two people, it's not like it's not a new love. Like, it's going to be transformed into a new love, but I feel like these people know each other, and it's hard for them to kind of, you know, when you see like all the faults in someone, you know somebody super well, so it's kind of hard to like have that new beginning when you know someone so well. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting here. It's like these two people know each other very, very well, so it's hard to kind of see each other past like the faults and past like the heartbreak and past the things that like have happened. But it's like, I think that the divine is granting this, like, they want these two people to kind of like go back to one, go back to the basics, go back to the cups. And if it's not that they've known each other for a long time, it's kind of like going back to cup. Like, maybe there's a lot of passion, a lot of sex, but there's not a lot of like hand holding, kissing, love. Like, do you know what I'm saying? It's like returning back to that actual point of like what's really important, and that's what's really important in this relationship. And I think both people are understanding that, and both of the people are coming in with like cup, right? So I think it's a really beautiful energy, Aries. And I think this is like going to lead to like no more confusion in this relationship. Maybe it's someone like putting themselves out on the line and saying like, you know what, I really want this with you. Like, I really do want to start like trying to like put this stability between us, where it's like we both kind of want the same things, and we both kind of like are interested in like pursuing a relationship with each other that's gonna like last, right? And I think with the Six of Swords, this is saying that like it's kind of an inevitable thing. Like, the energy is there, the victory is there, the celebration is there, and I feel like there won't be like any more confusion between these two people, because I feel like these two people are going to be finally on the same page. Maybe these are two people who like didn't like, well, one person was like, you know, that old dynamic shit where it's like one person's ready and then the other person runs away, and then the other person's ready and the other person runs away, and it's like, finally, no, we can like meet in between, where we're like both ready for this relationship, and we're both ready for this cup, and we both have faith together. Like, there's a lot about like this happening together. This is happening at the same time for both of these people. And again, it's like this portal is not for one, it's for both. This energy, this duality, like whatever is like entering into these people's lives, it's like, it starts with the cup. It's the most basic thing, but it's, again, it's like the most beautiful thing, and it's what's needed and necessary for this love to like happen, right? So yeah, Aries, I really love this reading. Let's pull some cards. So Aries, you guys got the Black Madonna, the Lady of Hermits. I transform pain and suffering into a greater capacity to love. This is reminding me of the Perspective card, because this card speaks a lot about how from the darkness comes like the light, right? Like, how out of like the alchemy happens in like the most darkest part of like the earth, right? Like the alchemy, like changing something, transmuting something. And that's exactly what she's talking about. She's talking about like transmuting pain into love, right? Which is like a very big change, right? Like, think about like how you have to transform pain into love, suffering into a lesson, into like wisdom, right? And that's like what we're kind of doing here. And that's what I'm getting with this perception. It's like these two people could have had a lot of pain with one another, but I feel like the Black Madonna is here to help. Like, this to me feels divine, right? It's like a return to like innocence, right? Like, I'm seeing a lot of innocence with this Faith card. A return to like, you know, when you're jaded and you're like, yeah, this is never gonna work out. It's like, no, a return to like faith in love, a return to faith in like that this could happen with this person. It's kind of like that. It's like they're giving you a fresh new start. Again, back to the basics, like back to the beginning, like number one. It's like we're starting fresh again. And maybe there was a lot of pain and a lot of like unrest in this relationship where someone felt a lot of pain, someone felt like, okay, I'm not like putting any work into this, and it's like they're changing this perception for both of you. So I feel like for whoever this is, it's like a divine thing, and if you can't understand it, don't worry about it. Like, you're not meant to understand it. It's an alchemical change. It's a change from like literal black to white, right? From dark to light, from suffering to wisdom, from pain to love. So I think that's how this relationship is. It's like you're going through, like, the relationship is changing, and it might not make any sense why this is happening, but again, it's, I think, a divine thing. It's, again, something that's being orchestrated for both of you. So it's not something that you can really understand. And that's, again, it's like, this is reminding of like alchemy, right? Like the change, the transformation, the energy that's coming within, from like the darkness to the light. So this might not make sense to you, but at the same time, and I think that's maybe what this Queen of Wands, this Queen of Swords in reverse is, right? It's like they want you to have this victory and the celebration, but again, I don't think it's something that's easy for you guys to understand. So I feel like that's where she's coming in, the Queen of Swords in reverse. It's kind of like there's no really logical thing that makes sense here. It's not meant to be like logical, it's just meant to be felt. And that's why you feel like this call, like this back to the basics, back to this cup energy, and you're like, I don't understand. And I think it's like maybe this masculine doesn't understand and this feminine doesn't understand, but they're both seeing each other differently. And it's like, what the hell just happened? It's like, I've been given a set of glasses, right? Like in the perception card, she has these glasses on. It's like, I've been given these glasses and I don't know like what the hell I'm feeling, but I'm feeling back. Like, I feel like I want to get back with this person, or I feel like a change in this relationship. And that's what I'm getting. And I think it's a really beautiful thing. And I think it's a very powerful thing. And if this reading is for you, don't try to make sense of it. Just understand that it's a gift. It's a gift. And remember we were talking about that, like that wands, that gold energy. It's like, she's like, they're orchestrating this. Like the divine's orchestrating this. Like they're literally orchestrating this for you. And it's such a beautiful thing of like coming back to love, feeling that love again in your heart, right? There's a time when we were in a lot of pain and like you couldn't make sense of it, and you learn to like take that pain and learn from it. And that's why I feel like you're being granted this. You've transmuted a lot of things in your life, and now they want you to transmute this maybe passion into love, right? Like this desire into love. So yeah, Aries, I really love this reading. I love you guys. I hope this resonates, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.